the court made another decision in a case banning Trump from taking part in the 2024 presidential elections in November. And this decision left Trump in tears. In this brief video, I will explain everything to you as quickly as possible. Before I proceed, please take a few seconds off your time to hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet, so that you can start benefiting from our daily breaking news. Thank you. The Massachusetts Supreme Court rejected a lawsuit seeking to disqualify President Trump from the Republican primary. Supreme Court Justice Frank Gaziano denied the petition, asking the court to declare Trump ineligible to participate in the primary or order the State Board of Elections to review the issues, as CBS News reported on Monday, January 29, 2020. 4. The objection was filed by a civil rights group and a local law firm, arguing that Trump did so. The law prohibits anyone engaged in rebellion from becoming president. Legislation, Gaziano said in his decision, that it was premature to file a legal objection. He said any doubt about the commission's authority to deal with opposition to Trump's qualifications for the presidential candidacy would apply only if Trump was an elected official. Gaziano also hinted that the U.S. Supreme Court would soon rule on Trump's eligibility. A spokesperson for Trump's campaign said the Fourth Amendment is being defeated almost every day across the country, and we believe the right decision comes from the answer. The U.S. Supreme Court will save these vote races from harm. Stephen Chang. Trump now faces a state campaign. The Supreme Court recently agreed to review the Colorado Supreme Court's decision to exclude Trump from the June 6, 2021 primary against the U.S. Capitol. In one case, the Maine Supreme Court chose not to interfere with Trump's right to vote. First Secretary of State Shauna Bellows declared Trump ineligible, but the judge ruled that pending the U.S. Supreme Court's decision in the Colorado case, the legal framework surrounding Trump's eligibility to vote remains complex and under constant scrutiny in many countries. Legal issues regarding Donald Trump's eligibility to vote continue following a recent ruling by the Maine Supreme Court. First Secretary of State Shauna Bellows declared Trump unfit, but the judge ruled in the Colorado case pending the U.S. Supreme Court decision. The complex and changing laws have led to widespread debate over the law's interpretation and application to politicians, making Trump's eligibility to vote a major issue in debates about laws and expectations in various states. Meanwhile, Democrats have eliminated another presidential candidate after weeks of bullying Trump. Democratic presidential candidate, U.S. Representative Dean Phillips, found himself confronted not only by his superiors on the board, but also by indiscretions in his voting rights. The stakes were high because the Wisconsin Supreme Court used this basis in deciding whether Phillips should move to the front seat. It was a move met with skepticism by the state's top Democrats. Phillips, an elected official hailing from neighboring Minnesota, has embarked on a challenging bid to unseat President Joe Biden within his party, excluded by the Democratic committee, which has singularly endorsed Biden. Phillips seeks recourse through the highest court. As reported by the Associated Press on Tuesday, January 30, awaiting a resolution, he has implored the Wisconsin Supreme Court to rule by February 9. Navigating the delicate dance of deadlines for distributing absentee ballots leading up to the April 2 primary, the courtroom drama intensifies after former President Donald Trump and his 5 challengers, including those who have suspended their campaigns, share the Wisconsin ballot. A political battleground, Wisconsin becomes the stage for a clash between established Democratic powers and a maverick contender, as the court extends a deadline for responses from Biden's committee and the State Elections Commission. Phillips claimed that his exclusion was illegal and that he met Wisconsin's registration criteria with the advice or approval of the national media. According to case, attempts to negotiate voting rights with Wisconsin Democrats were confirmed but not carried out. The indictment alleges a lack of transparency and alleges that there was an internal effort to favor Biden in the selection of candidates. Protesting what he saw as bias in the party, Phillips argued that not voting in Wisconsin would force him to